to start off with our whole eggs into the bowl, along with the caster sugar. And we're just going to whisk that until it's properly combined and it goes nice and pale. There we go. Next, just sieve in really good quality cocoa powder. It makes such a difference to the finished dish, and the baking powder. Lovely. Here we go with the ground almonds, and we're just going to gently stir those in, get everything nicely combined. And now for the most remarkable bit of this dessert. A whole orange that we've just simply boiled in water for an hour. Simple as that. Keep a lid on because the orange will tend to float to the top. And then just put the whole thing into a blender and give it a blitz. Okay, this is nearly done. I love these blenders because you can actually talk over the top of them. Right, look at that delicious whole orange puree. Into the mix. There she goes. Just make sure you get it all out of there. Lovely. Okay. Just fold the orange into the mix. And that is a fabulous cake mix. Now, just to give it a real special little twist, I've got some really good quality 70% dark chocolate with little caramelized orange bits in the middle as well. Any kind of orange chocolate is going to be fantastic in there. Just break it up, stir it in, and you'll get lovely little melted bits of chocolate going through the middle of your dessert. Now, 2 buttered ramekins or oven-proof dishes, and we're just going to pour that into those. I've got an oven preheating at 180 degrees, and these are just going to take about 25 minutes, 20-25 minutes in the oven. While those are in the oven, I'm going to make a chocolate sauce, which is a lot easier than it sounds, because all we do is break good quality 70% cocoa solid minimum chocolate into a pan. Now, if you're not using induction, you need to do this over a bain-marie, which is basically a little pan of hot water, glass bowl set over the top, melt your chocolate in that. But the luxury of this induction is being able to get a really low heat, much lower than a low gas flame. And that will just melt the chocolate perfectly without it splitting. In with a bit of double cream, and just let that gently melt and combine together. Just give it a little stir, help it on its way. And that is going to be the perfect sauce to go with our lovely little orange chocolate pots. I'm now ready to serve this up, and I mentioned we had 2 choices here. Now, I'm going to serve this as a hot chocolate pudding with some creme fraiche and the chocolate sauce. Makes a beautiful little dinner party dish. But your alternatives are actually baking it as a cake in a cake tin, letting it cool down and having it with your cup of tea in an afternoon as a little bit of a luxury treat. But for this dish here, I'm just going to get a nice quenelle of creme fraiche on top. We've got our lovely smooth dark chocolate sauce there. Get that in a nice blob going over the creme fraiche. And then finally, a little bit of icing sugar just sprinkled over the top, and that is a top tasting dessert.